Hello, welcome to our third virtual session. Today we will continue to talk about passive voice, but we will focus on modal passives. We use modal passives when we want to express a possibility or maybe probability obligation, but emphasizing a certain part of our sentences. In this session, we will focus on one pattern of the passive modals. The basic pattern that we need to follow in order to form sentences using modal passives is the following. So this is the structure. If you remember from the previous sessions, whenever we choose to use passive voice, we would start with the object. Then, in this type of sentences, specifically in modal passives, we would start with the object, followed by the modal verb we choose, then by the verb to be, and finally, the main verb in past participle. And if necessary, the rest of the sentence. What are some of the modal verbs that we can use? Well, you know this already, but I'm going to list them here. These are the modal verbs that we went over in our classes, so we will work with these, okay? So what I'm saying is that you can choose whichever modal verb you want to use and the structure or the pattern will be the same. Let's work on an example. I could say the following. I could say the following. Ai Weiwei's exhibition can be seen in the MOOC. If you notice, the first part of this sentence is what we would call the object. Then it is followed by a modal verb, which in this case is can. Then the verb to be, the main verb in past participle, and finally the complement or the rest of the sentence. Notice how this is the pattern that we follow. Let's work on a second example so this is super clear. Let's say that your Spanish teacher tells you that you are going to take a test. The test could be taken online if necessary. If you look at this example, we're starting the sentence with the object, followed by the modal verb, then the verb to be, then main verb in past participle, and the rest of the sentence. So what I'm saying here is that I'm expressing that it is possible to take the test online if necessary. I'm going to work on a third example, and I'm going to express possibility again. In this example, the object of the sentence goes here, then the modal verb, the verb to be, main verb in past participle, and finally the rest of the sentence. What I want you to know is that regardless of the modal verbs that we choose to use, the pattern that we need to follow will always be the same. So you can use whichever modal verb and you will need to follow the same verb. I hope this video was helpful. I know it was short, but I think this was a pretty simple lesson. So, however, if you have questions, remember that you can join me tomorrow at our WebEx meetings and that this will be held every Tuesday at 9:20 a.m. Okay, you already have the link and the password, and if not, please contact your class monitor so she will share the links with you. And that's it. Bye.